And we're live back on the Comic Core. So I don't really know what this show is called yet, but
we'll come up with a name. We'll get to it.
I am lovingly referring to this show as Is It That Bad?
I like that. I do like that.
That's what I called the last episode, and that's what I'm calling this episode so far. But this is episode 2. Back
is
with
it that bad?
back with Annie and Kat, and we're talking The Room.
We are talking The Room. One of my biggest guilty pleasures is watching The Room. I love it.
The Room.
And I think you can see, like, after going and watching it, it's such a...
It's an experience.
Yes.
It's an... Okay. Full disclosure, I'd never actually seen this movie before going into it. I've heard so many stories about this movie. It's something that I've always built up in my head, and I've never actually taken the time to sit down and watch movies. And I know everyone's talking about how, you watch every bad movie there is. I actually haven't. There's a lot of movies out there in the world, but The Room is one that has always escaped me, and it's one that I've always wanted to watch. So I was very happy that you nominated this one.
Thank you. It's just... Every time someone asks me for, like, a really great bad movie, this is one that just comes to mind because, like you said, it's an experience and it is a staple to C-list cinema. I can't even say it was like A, B tier. It is something you gotta look for. It is something it came out in 2003, yep. And Tommy Wiseau put up billboards of himself. And for those who don't know, Tommy Wiseau wrote, directed, and produced the film. This is all like on a shoestring budget. They're shooting in public access areas. It's just the peak of regression in cinematography. There's so many iconic scenes that are known for their almost. It looks like they're all shot in. Like on green screen, even though there's like no green screens around. But to advertise this film, Wiseau put up billboards of himself all around LA and all around LA's surrounding neighborhoods. It was his phone number and a headshot of himself.
Oh my God.
And it was asking about, like, that was how he marketed himself, and that's how he marketed The Room.
That's kind of awesome, though.
I know.
That's kind of awesome, though.
He just, there was no budget for promotion. There was with the billboards, but there was no, like, on TV trailers, no radio ads, no special looks. So this was all done by the most outdated means of marketing, which I think is so suiting. Now, you said cool that this is an experience, and you had this image or this pre-notion of what this.
Yes, I did. It was built up in my head before.
So before you watched it, what was the idea that you thought this was going to be like?
I thought that this was just going to be something that I either felt very uncomfortable by or I was going to die laughing. Mm-hmm. I thought this was going to be 100% a drinking game movie. This was going to be one of those movies that, like, you feel like you want to throw popcorn at the screen. You want to, like, scream out with the actors when they get upset. You want to get involved. I feel like this was going to be an experience. And I'm going to tell you right now, this movie did not disappoint me at all. I had so much fun with this.
Can't even do the laugh. Oh, goodness.
Oh my God. Well, it's funny you say that. I know I mentioned it before, but in Chicago, for those who are from like around the Midwest or from the Chicago area or in Illinois itself, there's a place called the Music Box Theater. It's up in Wrigleyville, and it is one of my favorite places on the face of this earth. It's an old movie theater from maybe like the 30s. 20s or 30s. It's still in stone, and it's beautiful, and it's very ornate, and it's one of those one-screen theaters where they still have the organist come in and he plays his little tune and, everyone claps and, there's an open bar that you could go to and, it's like you make a day out of it. And I've been there for a number of like screenings and premieres and film festivals, which are really, really fun to go to. But as a lot of theaters do, they do really big events. So, you go for Rocky Horror or you'll go for, like when Twilight was out, they bring in like Robert Pattinson or something and you shake hands with him on the way in or something.
Like, Spam-A-Lot.
Spam-A-Lot. Yes. Right. Those really immersive events. And the Room has its own little spotlight in Chicago. So at the Music Box Theater, we'll host midnight screenings. And they encourage you to behave like wild animals. They want you showing up pissed drunk. They want you riled. Like you were saying, you wanted to laugh and scream and throw popcorn at the screen. That's people are running around their aisles. People are acting out the scenes. People are throwing spoons. You come with a big box of plastic spoons, which will make sense as the movie goes on. And, I feel so bad for everyone working those nights, but it's a lot of people are.
Leprechaun. Sorry, Mark sneezed.
Oh, God bless him.
I had to save him from a leprechaun. Sorry.
Had to save him from a leprechaun. But people will line up like wrapping around the block in this higher end Chicago neighborhood, where it brings in all types of people and not just like the yuppies that Chicago is known for. It's known for the crime that does not exist. The crime that does not exist. The crime that everyone wants to say happens but doesn't. And like hipsters. And yeah, you get a lot of hipsters that come by, but you get all sorts of people, and like that's on my bucket list to go and do this because it just seems like such a cool experience.
Well, we've already set the date. We're gonna kidnap Carson, and we're gonna go as a group.
Okay.
I thought we did this last episode. We're gonna kidnap a bunch of people, and we're gonna go.
I wouldn't really say kidnap.
Well, we got Chuck and Shauna too. We're gonna kidnap everyone. Make everyone go.
It's not kidnapping. It's just involuntarily.
Organized chaos.
Just show up at their house and tell them to get in.
That's kidnapping.
No.
We're not going to like duct tape them together. It's fine.
We're not throwing bags over their heads yet.
Shut up. You're going to go see The Room. Tommy Wiseau may or may not be there. Get in the car.
Get in the car. Get in the car, nerds. We're watching a bad movie.
Get into the van. The Enterprise said it was going to be a van, but it's an SUV instead.
We're going to get one of those really blank vans, like the chef caterer vans.
Yes.
And it's going to be
put a little sign on it that says, "We have candy."
Yes. No, we got to spray paint it, but like spray paint it with your left hand or your non-dominant hand. The E's gonna be backwards. Chuck's gonna be like, "That looks good to me." And he's gonna
I think we're setting all these plans.
But yeah, no. Sometimes Wiseau will show up to these screenings.
That's awesome.
And he'll hang out with the crowd.
That's really cool.
But yeah, so like you were saying, it's an experience that really wants you to become involved. So, Mark, did you watch it with Kat?
I watched some of it with Kat.
You watched some of it. Okay. What did you know? Have you seen it before?
No.
What was?
Besides from the memes.
Okay, so from the memes and what you saw, did those two kind of line up?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I wasn't expecting it was so okay. When he went to give their flowers for crying out loud.
Yeah.
How much I owe you? Oh, 18. Here's the change. Oh, hi, puppy. Have a great day.
You're my favorite customer. You're my favorite customer.
That was like so fast. Like there's no interlog. There's no like, oh, okay, hi.
Hi, doggy.
Like, what?
Hi, doggy. Why is that not a big meme? Oh, hi, doggy.
No, my first question is why is there a dog in the flower shop?
It's a very happy dog.
I'd be
very
afraid of
happy
the dog like
doggo.
tearing the flowers apart.
I would love to live in a flower shop. What are you?
I mean, clearly you haven't seen what dogs do to flowers, but still.
I know what the dog did to the flowers.
But still.
I know. And then the fun thing about this movie is
he's worked for a grower before, so he
knows
knows
no,
the ins and outs of like plants.
Greenhouse, not a grower. They're differences.
You were an assistant grower. That was your title.
No, I was an assistant to a grower. It's just like if you throw that title out there, it makes me like an assistant fluffer for crying out loud.
Mark was a flower fluffer?
No.
Yes, yes. We're gonna start that right now.
We're gonna start a rumor.
Mark was a flower fluffer. Everyone, hashtag Mark flower fluffer.
What did I walk into with my Pyrex glass?
Your Pyrex glass and your large marshmallows.
Mm-hmm. Half of this is butterscotch schnapps.
Oh, that sounds so good right now. I have a American Pale Ale that I took from work.
Oh.
There you go.
Locked and loaded.
I thought 'tis the season, so I'm doing peppermint schnapps.
Oh, very nice. That's not bad, actually.
Because,
And then later when I'm done with this, I'm going to do those Jameson Stout and
Oh,
IPA.
yeah. So these came with the bottle of Jameson that I had the last episode, and I never actually broke them open. So it's the IPA edition and the Stout edition.
With their glass.
Do you like IPAs?
I do.
You do?
Mm-hmm. I do a lot.
Mark drinks everything.
Almost.
Mark eats everything too. What's new?
Does.
What's new?
Does. He really does.
Okay.
So I'm just garbage disposal.
All right. So Mark, besides being emotionally latched on to the flower scene, I do. One fun thing about The Room is that it has no concept of pacing.
It really has.
There is like none. Like,
but then
there's like.
Okay, why was it so focused on just like panning of the bed? There's just so awkward. Oop, I saw a tit. Oh, so panning, awkward. Oh, there's a butt there. Like, it's like, oh, what time is it? Oh, it's 28 in the morning.
28. So after the first love scene in this, the first section,
which is like in the first 5 minutes.
I know.
Yes.
Oh, Danny,
well,
I just like to watch.
Yes, dude, Danny, what is your problem? And you jump into bed with them and start giggling. And you're like, oh, I just like to watch you two. Like, dude, go away. Two is a party, 3 is a crowd. Take the hint and leave.
No, he's so excited to be there too. He's like, I was like, wait a minute.
And he like snuck upstairs after them. I was like, dude, what are you doing?
Oh man.
Oh.
I would never give that kid a key to my apartment. Golly.
Yeah, he not only were they paying for his apartment, but they also gave him a key to their apartment. Why didn't
That's
they
another
just
one of
all
those
get
things
an
where you're like,
apartment
okay.
together? Like how much? Okay, big question now. How much money does Johnny actually make at the bank? Because everyone is after his money in this film.
Johnny's got to be like some multi-million.
Johnny's like
the biggest question about this movie is not why there's so much attention given to Lisa for no reason. Lisa, you went to
Lisa.
Oh my god.
The biggest part.
He was tearing her apart.
Everyone wants to talk about how much money Johnny makes. It's like,
no.
Oh, well, Johnny's paying for this kid's tuition and his apartment. Johnny's paying for our apartment. Johnny's going to buy us a house. Oh, Johnny's not a very good soon-to-be son-in-law because he wasn't going to help my friend with her down payment on her home. What?
He's buying apartments and homes, and I'm like, wait a minute.
How much money does this guy make?
Or does he? Maybe he's like slowly transferring a couple cents here and there per transaction.
Johnny works in like a money laundering industry, and that's why we don't know.
Yeah. Hey. Since you never
You
saw him
never
go to work,
actually see him go to work.
and he's always
You know,
wearing a
you
trench
don't
coat.
know really what Johnny does.
He just constantly says that he saves the bank money.
Oh.
That's all he
I love
says.
how that's-
He says
I
that
love
so
how
many
that's written,
times.
too.
He
I love
saves
how that's written too, because it depends on the scene and the delivery. Because sometimes it sounds like he's saving the bank money, or he's saving his bank money, like the money in the bank.
I don't know.
I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, my
And,
guy.
like, he'll go on like full long excursions in the middle of the day. And I'm like, dude, why are you running around with your friend in the park in the middle of the day? Shouldn't you be at work? You never see him at work ever.
It's noon. You can see the sun like square in the sky.
No. Get it straight. It's 28.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. You're
28.
You're so right.
It's 28 in the day.
Johnny at 28. I gotta go. I gotta go do something.
It's 28. Come on now.
Oh my god. What did we think of Mark?
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi,
No,
Mark.
I love the fact he never ever just says hi to anyone. He says,
No.
"Oh, hi, Danny. Oh, hi, Charlotte. Oh, hi, Lisa. Oh, hi,
right.
Mark. Oh, hi, doggy." He never just says hi.
No.
Yo, what's up? Nothing.
I
Oh,
like how
hi.
everything that he says is so out of breath and so
Always.
huffy. Always. It's like that's why he's always running around at 28.
28
And that's
o'clock.
out of breath.
What time is 28? We don't know.
Also, yeah, let's go through what was it? Football
Yes.
in full tuxedo.
Oh.
Dude, full tuxedo football. What? And it was in the middle of the movie, like a month before the wedding, and everyone's talking about how, oh, you look so good. You look so good. I'm looking at all these groomsmen. I'm like, y'all look like a bunch of scrubs, because I've never been to a wedding before where all of the groomsmen looked nothing alike in their tuxes. Ever.
It was like they said, how can we shoot this wedding scene?
This one's got a vest. This one's got a cummerbund. This one doesn't. This one's got a high jacket. This one's got a low jacket. It's like none of those tuxes matched at all. One of them had tails.
Maybe they got
None of the others did. And I'm like, dude, what wedding are you at?
Who did your wardrobing? I want to know. Who was like, you know what would really make this movie pop? If our wardrobe just did not work and everything clashed. What if we did that? And then Tommy Wiseau was like, absolutely. Oh, hi. Yes.
Oh, hi. We should just meet everyone. Oh, hi.
I'm gonna start doing that from now on.
Dude,
Oh, hi.
I love this movie so much. It's such a fun movie. It really is.
It is.
You don't expect it, because there's so many moments you're like, oh, well, this is going to be boring. And then they do things that are just so over the top, or they just sound so ridiculous. Like the line delivery. No one talks like this. No one says, oh, Johnny, you're my favorite customer. That'll be $18. Goodbye. No one does this. They have emotion on their faces. They say, yeah, that'll be $18. Da-da-da. No, they don't say, oh, you are my favorite customer. $18. Goodbye.
So I know that Wiseau is an immigrant to the United States.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, there's a catch to that. Nobody knows where he's from.
Some part of Europe.
He has never, he's clearly Eastern European, but nobody has truly pinpointed where Wiseau, his nationality roots from. It has been reported that he could be possibly French. I've heard Polish, but that accent.
I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring right now.
Let's hear it.
So some of my family originates from over there, but I'm gonna throw my hat in there, and I'm gonna say he's Czech.
Czech? I can see that.
I'm gonna say he's Czech.
You want to say he's Czechoslovakian? Mm-hmm. All right.
I got a little bit of family over there. I'm gonna say he's Czech.
Okay. I'm looking at his Wikipedia right now.
You think Czech?
Yep.
And he is Czech?
No.
That's what I think. I think he's Czechoslovakian.
Tommy Wiseau, Tommy P. Wiseau, is a European-born actor and filmmaker.
Great. That's very descriptive.
I watched when
I was gonna say I agree with Chris.
Did he say it?
Maybe Hungarian.
It says here, many details about Wiseau's personal life, including his age, his source of wealth, and background, remain unverified, despite speculation and various conflicting reports.
So he's a man of mysteries.
So maybe that's why he doesn't put Johnny and his source of income in there. Because this is a self-projection.
Maybe.
This is what he wants to see for himself. You don't know how Johnny has his money. You don't know how this guy has his money. And you know that's a big self-insert for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is, which I think is super funny because
He saved money from the bank.
he saves money from the bank.
Or does he
Saves money
rob the
for
bank? He's saving the money from the bank?
Maybe he's a Robin Hood. We don't know.
Redistributing the wealth to himself.
To all of his various friends that none of which can afford their rent, apparently.
That's why he's paying for tuition and a home and mortgage. Or not the mortgage. He's got to wait on that.
Yeah, he's got to wait until there's a ring on it. He said after the marriage, he's going to buy her a house.
Which is such a backwards thing to do.
Yeah.
He's old-fashioned. What can we say? He's from Europe.
He's not that old-fashioned. They hook up within the first 5 minutes.
Welcome to Europe.
That's like the opening scene. You watch them hook up and you're like, oh. And that was originally when I first watched it. I watched them. I was like, what am I watching?
It's
what am I
very
looking
awkward.
at? You know, because it just catches you so off guard.
And it's just right there in your face. And
There's-
it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, this is happening and they move on. No, they're like very extended sex scenes.
No, yeah. They really do make sure that you catch every detail of what's going on.
Oh,
It is a
God.
very, for as nonsensical as it may be, it is a very detailed oriented movie. The details don't really make sense, but they're there.
No. I watched online an audience participation, like an audience reaction video of it.
Oh, how
and
fun.
They screamed, "Fuck the navel." Because he's pivoted so high up there that it's like
Maybe.
belly button level, basically. And it's like it doesn't go like that, Tommy.
It's like Tommy just wants to be
He's
entirely in
here.
the shot.
It doesn't go like that.
That's another thing.
They screamed it every time they had a sex scene. They screamed "fuck the navel," and it was the funniest thing ever. It really was.
Or the panning down to their
Or-
houses everywhere.
Yes,
Everywhere.
because it's the same pan shot.
Mm-hmm. Just waiting.
Oh,
They
the
love the
greatest thing
panoramics.
ever. It's the greatest thing ever.
Love the panoramics. Like a little too much.
Yeah.
You know, I get it with the pan, and you're like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. But every chance you can get.
Why not?
Now, I know you guys came in with a lot of expectations. Is there anything that didn't necessarily surprise you, but you were expecting and it kind of disappointed you or let you down or you wanted to see happen?
I wanted to know what drugs he was on. What drugs did he buy? What did he buy to piss off that one guy?
He was the drug dealer. That's
Who was
all
the
you
drug
need to
dealer?
know.
What did Danny do?
What did Denny buy?
What did Danny do
What-
to make that drug dealer so upset? How much money did he actually owe him? And why did he think 5 minutes was going to change everything? Just give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's it. I don't have 5 minutes. What kind of drug dealer doesn't have 5 minutes
I wouldn't
for
have
money,
5 minutes.
apparently?
Oh, no.
If you said you were going to have it, I would expect you to have it right then there.
Oh, God.
I'm not saying I'm a drug dealer. Just saying.
So me personally, I'm so accustomed to the "oh hi Mark" because I'm married. a guy named Mark, as you can see. And that was the one that I've always been exposed to. I've always seen, and I thought that maybe Mark might be like as much of a character as Johnny is, and
I'm not a character. It's okay.
I'll you're okay, but I'll tell you, I was a little let down at certain points by Mark, because I was kind of hoping he would be like really out there like Johnny was, and a bit how like Lisa was.
Yeah,
Lisa was she was a psycho doodle, 100%.
She was, for as much as Johnny really lusted after her and really, really wanted her, it was such a one-sided thing.
She was like, oh well, I'm just kind of over this, and da-da-da.
Yeah, and she was so calm. She's like, all right, bye. You know,
she constantly said, I don't care about Johnny. But then anytime anyone actually brought up, hey, I'm going to tell him, it's like, you can't tell him because Mark's his best friend, and that would break his heart. Like, dude, if you don't care, you just said you don't care. If you don't care, why not just break it off? And you keep saying, oh, I'm not going to marry him. But I don't want to ruin his birthday, though. But I don't care.
She was such an indecisive character. And there wasn't really any purpose behind it.
Really wasn't.
She was just indecisive to be indecisive. It didn't really boil down to this massive decision that Lisa had to make by the end of the movie. Or, something that was so monumental that all of her little choices and digs to like, oh, I don't love him. Oh, I don't care about him, where she truly, you could kind of tell that she really didn't want to be involved. But at the same time, she just stuck around.
Yeah.
It was for his money.
Well, she didn't have to work. Her mom was like, oh, you still need to marry him. He's a good man. He's a good provider for you.
And marry him for his money.
She told her that she didn't love her father when she married him, that it was fine because it's support and all that nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dude, if you just care about a man that's going to provide for you, then why are you screwing around with Mark, who clearly doesn't care?
Mark doesn't care. Mark's got his football. He's ready to go.
He's got his football.
He's got his football.
Dude, how many scenes are they just like throwing this football like 3 feet and acting like it's the biggest athletic feat of their lives? Like, dude, I've seen 5-year-olds throw a football with more force than what these men are doing, and they're acting like it's the greatest thing ever. They're like, oh,
and they're like having
like, dude, you're playing hot potato. You're not throwing a pigskin. You're playing hot potato and saying that you're throwing around a football.
I like how they're like, every time they throw a football around, there's also a life-changing conversation at the end of each toss. Like he's like, I did not hit her, and then he throws the football. And what a story, Mark. Like what's going on?
What a story, Mark.
What a story.
Dude, I died laughing when he said, what a story, Mark. I could not stop laughing.
Oh, what a story.
What a story, Mark. He's like, yeah, I've been dating this woman, but she's married. And he's like, what? Well, why haven't I met her? He's like, can I meet her? He's like, what? Is she too old? Are you scared I will steal her from you? He gets up. He's like, what a story, Mark.
I still love how every time I cut, as they were throwing the football, I'd be like, 1, 2, 3, football. It's like they're like standing a few feet away from each other. It's like, Jesus, how high did he throw that football for her to catch it like that?
Whenever they throw the football and they catch the football, there's always a lingering scene, where they're like,
yep.
And then they'll like do some like gesture or a facial expression and they'll like keep holding the football and they go to wind up again. Like it's not like they're actively throwing the ball. It's like passing, like when we were a kid and you had the talking stick or whatever.
Yes, you gotta wait your turn. You gotta wait your turn.
Yes. Where you pass it around to say something and they pass the football back and forth to say something. But there was like no other besides Johnny's running for. There was like they were throwing this thing around. They're like, "We are athletes," and I was like, "You're playing catch on the rooftop, my guy."
Yep.
It's athletic.
So one thing that really got to me was like, why is this happening? Everyone goes to Johnny and Lisa's apartment to go hook up.
And they always sit on
Everyone goes to their couch to hook up, including random teenagers that live in the building.
Did you ever notice that the couch always had a fitted sheet over it?
Always. And then people sat down after people hooked up, knowing that people had hooked up on that couch. Both Lisa and her mother, after catching teenagers on that couch, went and sat back down on that couch. If I was Lisa, I would be ripping that sheet off. I would be lysoling everything. No one would be sitting on that couch.
Oh no.
They did stuff, okay? They found boxers. They did stuff.
Yeah, if I were those teenagers, you would put the sock on the door handle to let them know not to come in.
And it's like, oh yeah, they come here sometimes to study. It's okay.
Study what anatomy were they
You're
studying?
okay with it? You're okay with them breaking into your house to hook up?
To study.
Her mom saying, oh, well, you're a burglar's best friend.
Or there's more traffic here than the what were they?
Oh, than a Greyhound bus station.
Clearly.
That's another thing where there's a lot of
wait, what's it
oblivious?
I don't maybe.
I thought it was a train station.
Train station?
I don't know. Grand Central.
Yes.
Even though they're in LA, whatever.
They're really shoehorning all sorts of metaphors in there.
Are they saying they run a lot of trains in there? I mean, I don't get it.
I guess she's saying it's busy. A lot of people on that couch, on that one fitted sheet that they have that they never move or touch.
Or wash. Because it's the same sheet.
It's the same sheet too.
Same sheet. They never seem to change it.
Mm-hmm.
There's gotta...
Dude, I wash everything in my house at least once or twice a week.
Yeah.
I'm surprised with all those candles, they never started the house on fire.
Yes! There were candles everywhere, and they were always lit.
They had like gauzy linen on everything, on top of pillows, next to candles.
I was just waiting for it.
House fire everywhere.
But for those apartments, when one burns, they all burn.
Exactly. I don't know how people are going in and out and they see this and they're not screwing with it. That is the one thing that I would like an answer about. How did that apartment go up in flames?
Where's the fire extinguisher?
How many people get threatened on that roof? That roof is where you threaten people's lives.
Also, question, how did you gain access to the roof?
Always. Everyone has access to that roof. You don't even need to be able to live there to have access to that roof. You just go to the roof. You just go to the roof. You go there to threaten people. Like Danny being held up by the drug dealer. Yes. And he just pulls out a gun and he's like, it'll be here in 5 minutes. Your money will be here in 5 minutes. And Johnny and Mark are able to take his gun and say, we're taking you to the authorities. And they just walk him off like it's nothing. And they're still holding his gun like a gangster in his face. Like, we're taking you to the authorities. And Johnny just keeps the gun because you can just keep a gun now. Okay. And you can just take someone to the authorities.
Okay.
We're not even going to tell you where you're going, but you're going to the authorities.
Mm-hmm. You're going to the authorities.
Which authorities?
We don't know yet. We're figuring that out.
We're still working on it. We will get there when we get there, and we're just going to throw out this word that can encapsulate every authority figure or position.
And Lisa's mother, who had only met this kid, Danny, once before, getting so worked up and so upset over this, was just like, you're throwing your life away, Danny. You have so much going for you. Da, da, da. Like, how dare you? You know how much we care about you. Woman, you just met him 5 seconds ago, and now you care about him? Now this is your grandchild, basically? And you're trying to strangle this boy, thinking that he's throwing his life away? I just like, oh, dude, you fucked up. But
Danny was just all over the place.
Danny was a hot mess.
There's just so much going on with him. Like with every scene, there's something. He's in some sort of crisis, or he needs some sort of help,
or he's professing his love to Lisa.
Or he's professing his love for Lisa.
She looks so beautiful in a red dress. That was one of the reasons why he said she looks so beautiful in a red dress.
It's okay. She loves you like a friend.
She loves you. You're a member of a family, Danny. It's okay. It's okay. We both love you. We both love you so much. I'm sorry, I had to. We both love you so much, Danny.
Well, remember, 3's a crowd.
He just wants in. He just wants in.
Remember, he just wanted to watch. He just likes to watch. That's what he said. Because like, oh, we're going upstairs. I'm going to go upstairs with him. It's like, oh, can I go upstairs? No, Danny. It's like, we're going to go upstairs together. It's like, maybe you should go. Dude, he still snuck up there and then jumped in bed with them. It's like, dude, you need to go.
Oh, darn. I have homework to work on.
For an answer.
You need to go, kid. The grown-ups are trying to get it in, and you're in the way.
So, yeah.
He just can't take Johnny's monetary and support and his emotional support. No. He just needs a little bit more.
He's got to watch.
He needs to watch. He loves Lisa so much. She looks so beautiful in her red dress.
Well, actually, it would probably make sense for Danny to stand there and watch. Make sure those candles didn't catch that bed on fire. Back up for the fire extinguisher in case things got too hot. No pun intended.
Oh my god.
Especially for that belly button right there.
Yes, he's so wrapped up.
What?
Why is he at such an angle? Do you think there's someone holding his legs?
He's legit belly button. There's no way he's lined up.
No.
I went back after watching the audience participation. I was like, let me go back and rewatch a couple of these scenes because there's no way. And it's like, dude, he 100% is lined up with the belly button. And they scream "fuck the navel" at least 50 times during that video. I'm like, dude.
Wait.
Yes, it lines up.
Maybe he thinks that's how you get a baby put in it. You put it there in the stomach. You just go straight to the source.
Okay, all right. Since we're talking about babies,
yes,
we never talk about anything to do with like her being pregnant, Lisa being pregnant the entire film, and then the last party happens, and they're like, "When's the baby due?" And it's like, when was she pregnant? Who said she was pregnant? She's drinking at this party. If she was actually pregnant, she shouldn't be drinking. But she's like, you're not the father. It's like, what?
So we have a cheating scandal at the end.
Yep.
Pregnancy.
Yep. Faked pregnancy.
Fake. It could be fake. It
could be real. Could be faked.
She could be faking her pregnancy to keep Johnny's money around. But wait, she said it wasn't his.
She said it wasn't Mark's.
She said it wasn't Mark's. So it's not Mark's. We don't know this baby exists.
It's Danny's.
We're not going to go there, Mark.
I'm going to leave. Some more hot chocolate. I'll be back.
We're not going to go there, Mark.
That's got
We're
awkward.
not.
It's the belly button baby.
It's the belly button baby. It's gotta
That's
be.
exactly it.
That's a smelly child.
That's another, you know.
How
And
bad would it be if she had an Audi? Get off the oven.
hey, that could be his thing. You know, like Quentin Tarantino always puts like 50-foot shots in everything that he does.
Oh my god.
This could be. We could have cracked the Da Vinci Code. But
Okay.
yeah, we don't hear about that. And Lisa's also in like great shape for the duration of the movie. You don't see any, like even like a prosthetic bump or anything.
Yep.
We don't know how pregnant she is, how far along she might be.
I will
Which is
tell you,
another-
if she is pregnant,
Yes.
bad Lisa. She drinks the entire time. Bad Lisa.
Bad Lisa.
Dude, vodka and apple juice and a baby do not mix. Bad Lisa.
Does vodka taste good in apple juice?
I could tell you here in a second. I have both
Okay.
of those things in my fridge.
Would it be like a cider? Would it be like a hard cider? Or would that be different? Or would it just be like a spiked, like a concentrate?
I would think it would just be like spiked with a little like aftertaste of apple, maybe.
So when you get like that really strong vodka hit afterwards?
Mark, do we have apple juice in the other room?
Maybe.
Go check, please and thank you. Okay, we're standing by to see if we have apple juice.
Okay. You brought that up and now
If we have apple juice, we are going to test this right now.
live
On
taste
video.
testing.
And I'm going to do one thing with the chat here. No, I was not pregnant, Chris. That was Chad thinking it was funny to tell everyone that there was a baby.
How long ago was this?
A year ago. I told everyone I had big news.
Mhm.
And that came into Chad giving everyone pregnancy announcements.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because Chad has been engaged for 22 years.
I've met Jenny. She's funny.
Yeah. He's showed me a
really
picture
funny.
of her before. She's very pretty.
She is very pretty.
She's very pretty.
And
But yes.
in case you're wondering, yes, they're very in your face.
I didn't doubt that for a second.
I hugged
don't
her.
like-
They are very in your face.
Yeah, no. That means that they're good for each other. If Chad's up in your face, I don't know if anyone lesser than that could match that energy.
No, but Jenny was really cool when I met her.
Cool. That's great
She was.
news. So what was the big, if you weren't pregnant, what was the big news?
No.
Stop. What?
I'm gonna make the proper drink.
Oh, you're gonna make it? Did you find it?
Yes, it did.
Yes, we have apple juice. We are
All right.
going to make the room juice.
The room juice!
Yes.
Yes!
We have apple juice, my dears.
The room juice.
The room juice, everyone.
Papa.
It's right there. There you go. There you go. Yeah, because we can't use the Tito's for this.
Oh no, you gotta save the Tito's.
So how does she mix this?
I'm
wait.
pretty sure it was like a 50-50. I'm not kidding.
Let's
Was it a
let's-
50-50 or no, you're supposed to do the vodka first.
No,
You have to put the
do apple
alcohol
juice
first, and then it dissipates.
No,
she put the apple juice first.
She did put straight up apple juice first.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
It's like and then he hit me. It's like he doesn't drink. It's like, yeah, but he did last night. And then he hit me. It's like, dude, he never hit you. Why are you lying about? I did not hit her. I did not. Oh,
Okay.
hi, Mark. Oh my
I
God.
love the
Why am I
transition between the two.
That's
'Cause he's
about as much she
scout
put in
up
there.
the stairs and he just swings the door open.
No, it smells like both. It smells like both vodka and apple juice.
I can't believe this is her drink of choice.
This is her drink of choice. Here, cheersies. Cheersies. Clinkies.
Oh, no. You need to put the alcohol in first.
Yeah, you do.
Oh. Oh, somebody get a spoon and stir this. Oh,
Why did she put the juice in first?
no.
This was not a good mix for juice in first.
Oh, God.
I'm so thankful this is not my first drink of the night.
Yeah.
Look,
No.
this is fine if it's like a later in the evening kind of drink, but like
You really can't taste
dude,
anything?
you can't do a first drink in because this is gonna end the night. And not in a good way. Not in a good way.
Maybe he did hit her because that was a really bad drink.
Maybe he did hit her.
Lisa, you did not put alcohol in last. Jesus. I would seriously.
Why is this her drink of choice?
Because I guess you're really fucked up and you're hydrated at the same time.
Why? Lisa.
Oh, it's still bad.
I like vodka, so it's not a big deal for me.
Oh, no.
It just tastes like vodka now.
Oh, why?
Slightly flavored vodka.
She didn't even put ice in the glass. She's savage.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh, she is not a mixologist.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Okay, now I see why Lisa did this to him.
Lisa! Oh my god. Okay. In that scene, one thing that really
You're
got to
finishing
me.
this.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll drink it.
Oh.
Lisa taking his tie and tying. Why did she tie it as a headband and wear it and laugh like a crazy person?
Rambo.
Because she's crazy.
She's crazy the entire movie.
She takes his headband, or his tie, and I guess it's a thing to do. You know, you kind of see other people do it, and you go, "Oh yeah, people behave like that." But at the same
I just put
time,
the lampshade on my head. That's not what you do with a tie.
I've seen people tie ties around their heads like that.
I mean, I have too, but I mean, I don't think I've done that.
Mark,
Mark,
you went to a Halloween party as a penguin and came home as a pirate penguin.
Mark, you had a
You don't
bird.
get to talk.
With a rear, yeah.
You don't get to talk. You don't get to judge. He almost came home with a parrot.
Yeah.
He almost came home with a parrot.
Also, almost came home with a diseased fox, supposedly.
In the porcupine.
Okay, it was dead.
The porcupine made it home, unfortunately.
And then I left it at the freezer at the candy store for over a month. Oh, but then is it?
We're not going to mention the name of that candy store.
Nope. Because
We're not
luckily
gonna
we
mention the
got it
name
out
of
of the
that.
freezer before the health department showed up.
There you go.
Because that's actually a world famous candy store, too. We're not going to mention that.
But you can find me on YouTube.
This NDA.
Any Hoosiers. All right, moving on.
Okay.
I expect this to keep getting better.
Okay, everyone that caught Lisa
Mm.
and Mark, and they're just like, hey, you need to talk to Johnny. Did any of them say, hey, maybe I should talk to Johnny?
No, they were just like,
They're all like, hey, you're gonna hurt Johnny. Why are you doing this? No, maybe like, hey, if you actually gave a flying fuck about this guy, maybe go talk to him and be like, hey, your girl Lisa, she's stepping out on you. I'm sorry.
I know that Johnny knew about Lisa kind of inclined to leave him through the progression of the movie. But at the same time, he never, I felt like he really was in denial of that the entire, you have Lisa not really caring about him and sleeping with Mark and, And nobody wanted to tell Johnny. They always left it up to Mark to tell Johnny. And he never did. And I guess it's a closure that he never really got. And he was just so all over this girl that, you know, really didn't want anything but his money.
Hmm.
You know, I was like, wait a minute. How unaware can you be?
Yeah.
In this situation? Like, you make a really good point by saying, like, nobody really, they're like, oh, you should talk to him. But nobody really talks to him about it.
No.
And they kind of live in the dark and live in this little fantasy.
So everyone in this, they talk about how great of a guy Johnny is. And they talk about how much they care about Johnny and how they don't want to hurt Johnny's feelings. But it's like, dudes, how do you think Johnny's going to feel when he finds out on his fucking birthday that his fiance, who he's supposed to marry in a month, is screwing his best friend? How do you think he's going to feel about that?
And from the emotional outbursts far and in between that we have seen from Johnny, you know it's not going to go well.
No.
Because he's, you know, speaking at monotone, he's very Pollyanna about everything, always in a good mood. You know, and I don't know if there's enough to really bring down this kind of oblivious take. I really think that there would be denial if they were like, hey, this is happening on your birthday. And you'd be like, haha, what a story. You know, and I just not think about it. Because
what a story.
Did they toss the football back and forth?
No. So they had a fight at his party when he's like, hey, you're macking on my girl when they're dancing. And he's like trying to kiss her neck and everything. And she's like, oh, it doesn't matter to you. It doesn't involve you. It's not a big deal. It's like, actually, it is a big deal when somebody's trying to kiss my fiance's neck. It is a big deal. And they try to like fight each other and everything. And he wants to shake Mark's hand and say, she's like, we're good, right? He's like, it's all good. No, it's not all good. You were trying to make out with my fiance's neck. How about saying, get the fuck out of here? He never kicks anyone out. No matter what they've done to him the entire film, he never kicks anyone out. Hi, Jean. Hi. She's decided she wants to hang out.
Hello, Jean.
This is Jean Grey. In case
I was going to say, if she named after Jean Grey.
Yeah. Right here. This is my baby.
She's going to claw you.
She probably.
Anyway.
But he never kicks anyone out of the apartment, no matter what they've done to him or said to him or about him. And he constantly just wants to... I feel like he needs approval. He needs love. He needs some sort of affection. He needs all of these little friend groups around him. And it's kind of disappointing because Johnny, if he could kind of grow a backbone, he could just throw his cheating fiance out of the house. And he could tell all of these people who are using him for his money or what have you, hey, deuces, out of here. Danny and I, we're gonna go throw the pigskin up on the roof and be fine. Because that's all I need. All I need is my boy Danny. Because Danny was a ride or die. Okay. Danny even approached him when he was like, hey, I have feelings for Lisa. He's like, it's okay. She loves you like a friend, Danny. It's okay that she looks good in a red dress. She loves you like a friend. What about Elizabeth, Danny?
I do have to say that Danny being the only one that comes forward and has enough gumption to be like, hey, I want to take this up with you. I want to take that, Johnny, you and I are going to talk about this compared to everyone else, and I don't know if Mark has any redeeming qualities in that same sense where, Johnny thinks of him so highly. He's always, always just helping him out, or, he's paying for the guy, and he's just really, really generous. And I think that you're right with that, where he's looking for that sense of approval, and he uses his resources to kind of buy these relationships because through the progression, you can kind of tell that this character is not the most suave nor the most charming individual. And you can kind of see by that abruptness and that awkwardness and the unbalanced cadence of delivery and the way he speaks, there's not a lot of attractiveness surrounding Johnny, you know. I think that he does try to buy relationships, buy friendships, buy what he doesn't have organically. But then again, it's just such a wacky off the rails movie. You really don't know what's gonna come next. There's so much going on at once, and it kind of makes sense at the end, but at the same time, it doesn't. There's still a lot of unanswered questions, and there's still a lot of things that loose ends that will never be tied. I know they definitely tried to follow up with James Franco in The Disaster Artist, that 2017 documentary that they made following the downfall of Tommy Wiseau in The Room, what happened after The Room, and how he just definitely struggled after that, and how this C-tier claim to fame was not enough to really get him off the ground. Which I find very interesting because it's a very popular movie for those who like to make fun of movies, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and, even with a more extensive look into the filmmaking process and the writing process, the direction, all of that really good stuff, there wasn't a lot of answers. It was more of a documentary where you see James Franco trying to crack this nut of an individual, not only as Johnny, but as himself, and there's really no success there. It's an interesting documentary. I remember it won a bunch of awards, too. I think it's a book. No, I'm thinking of Room with Brie Larson. But yeah, no, it's a very interesting. I'm thinking of Room with Brie Larson.
That was such a weird movie, too.
Oh my god. Okay, on the topic of Brie Larson, I am more excited to see Kamala Khan as Ms. Marvel and Captain Marvel 2 than I am see Brie Larson come back as Captain Marvel.
I
really want to like her too.
I feel like everything you need to know about Brie Larson can be summed up in some of the interviews that she has with various MCU actors when they just kind of roll their eyes at her.
They hated her.
Like, she just came in 10 years into it all, and she's just like, hey, I'm the biggest, baddest thing out there. Da-da-da-da. I'm the greatest female superhero of all time. And you have a Hemsworth brother actually telling you, no, that's Wonder Woman.
Good for him.
Eat some humble pie already.
I mean, it's neither of them, but go off.
Is it Sailor Moon?
I really want to like Captain Marvel, but I think how cheesy it was kind of threw me from it. Yeah. And it was very tacky to me, especially with bringing back...
they brought back Blockbuster.
I know they brought back Blockbuster, Mark.
I mean that was just cheesy all on its own.
But I don't know. I think I have the same appeal to this as I do Black Widow, where I think it's 10 years too late.
Yeah.
And they're really, really, really pushing this, and it's not good.
So, as far as Black Widow goes, I always wanted...
Before we switch gears, The Room. Any final thoughts?
Okay, so for The Room... I will tell you, it is definitely worth the watch. I would highly suggest you grab a bottle of your favorite whatever drinking game type shot it is. If you are of drinking age, you know,
Of course,
that
if you
that
do
whole
it well,
disclosure
you
out
do
there.
it well,
but-
condone underage drinking.
Anyway,
You don't.
so
It's not, but
No,
the
actually-
the room. If you've
Room.
seen the memes, if you heard the stories, I will tell you 100%. It is just as crazy and just off the wall, just silliness as you would expect. It is a fun thing. I would highly suggest you go ahead and watch it at least once.
but here's what I
Watch it at
suggest.
least once. It's an experience to be had. If you've never seen it, like Cal and Mark have never seen it, go in blind. Go in as naive as you could possibly can, because that kind of adds to it, where you really don't know what you're going to expect, and it really ups this glorious train wreck of a movie. If you have seen it before, or you've seen the memes, or you see all that good stuff, watch it. Here's your sign to watch it again. Do something good for yourself. Get your favorite drink. Sit around. Watch The Room. It's one of my top guilty pleasure movies. I showed it to everyone who has never seen it, and I'm so excited that you guys let me introduce it to you.
Yes.
Thank you for letting me do that. I've been looking forward. It's been a very long weekend, and I've been looking forward to this for so long, as in like last week. So you guys made my week 10 times better. Thank you. And I'm glad you enjoyed it. Okay. Switching gears.
Actually, but before we switch off completely.
Yes.
Every time Johnny giggles, you take a shot.
or every time a character screams for no reason, you take a shot.
Okay.
Or
I'm gonna add on.
Or
So every time Johnny giggles, take a shot. Every time a character screams for no reason, take a shot. Every time Johnny enters a scene and does his signature, oh hi, greeting, finish your drink.
Yes.
Finish your drink.
Yes. Okay.
Or
all right.
Count every time he hits the navel and take a shot.
No. No one needs to get their stomach pumped. That's a lot. That's a lot of alcohol.
Okay, it's just like watching Scarface. Every time he curses, you take a shot.
Before we end here, I have a little bit of advice for the character Johnny.
Yes.
The character Johnny, I have to tell you right now, maybe you need to take a step back. You need to rethink and reevaluate your friend group. A lot of people are using you for your money. Some people may just want you for your money 100%. I'm going to tell you right now, Danny is your ride or die. So when it comes down to it, Danny boy will be there to watch no matter what. But your girl, Lisa, Lisa is cheating on you with your boy Mark. I'm sorry about that. I understand everything that's going on. I understand there's a lot of emotions there, but you need to take a step back. You need to reevaluate some things, and you need to work on Johnny. Okay. You need to work on Johnny. You need to work on being alone for a little bit, Johnny, because you need to cut that girl to the side and a bunch of these little friend groups to the side, because you got Danny, and that's all that you need, okay?
Yeah,
Johnny and Danny against the world.
Johnny and Danny against the world, okay? I want that to be the sequel. I wish that the ending of this film didn't happen, because it kind of disappointed me, because I wanted to see that Johnny and Danny against the world for a sequel, right?
I still think Johnny.
It could happen. We never know.
I still think Johnny totally hit her after making this drink. That is terrible.
It is a terrible drink. It is a terrible drink, I will tell you.
All right, man. Again, I'm so glad by the end of this, you let me know what we're watching for next week.
Oh gosh.
Oh wait. Is it bad?
Yeah.
The Room.
Oh.
Is it bad?
Okay. I think The Room is a fun, bad movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bad movie, yes, but it is a fun movie. It's a fun, bad movie. as opposed to a paint drying bad movie. Completely different.
And there are plenty of those
it's
out
a
there.
good bad movie. I enjoy it. It has the cat seal of approval on it.
Is it better
There
than
you
watching
go.
Grass?
We got the cat seal of approval.
Cat seal of approval. Watch The Room. Maybe grab a bottle for it. It should be a good time.
Cool.
I'm definitely gonna rewatch it again. Every time he giggles, I'm taking a shot.
Funny. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
So what movie are you?
So for the next episode.
For the next one.
Real question now. Do we want to go with a bad movie, or do we want to go with a more iconic movie and see if it's actually as good as it's held up to be?
I like that idea. For the first 2 episodes, we did bad movies. I think I like that idea of switching gears, of watching something that everyone says is really good.
Mm-hmm. And see, is it actually
good?
I have an idea for it.
Let's hear it.
The Grinch, starring Jim Carrey.
Yes, I'm in. I love that.
That is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Okay.
I remember seeing it in theaters. My mother apparently went on her lunch break in order to get tickets to take my older brother and I to see it in theaters, and they had oversold the theater, so she actually had to stand behind us because there were not enough seats in the theater. They had oversold it that much. But I will tell you, Jim Carrey's The Grinch, as much as it goes into it, I will tell you that is probably the best holiday film known to mankind.
Whoa.
Easily top 5. Easily top 5.
Hey, I will not. I think The Grinch, Jim Carrey, when he wins his Oscar for Dr. Robotnik in Sonic. And he walks across that stage this upcoming February or whatever the fucking Oscars are.
Because there are no other movies.
Do you think that the whole theater is going to be full of like those blank screens?
Keep going. Just keep going. Keep going.
Ben Schwartz is there looking at him in the audience. I have to say, when it comes to holiday movies, The Grinch used to scare me as a kid. Like the Jim Carrey used to scare me as a kid. It used to give me like bad anxiety. I liked Elf. I will one up you. I'm not gonna say we're gonna watch Elf because we're watching Jim Carrey's Grinch next week, holiday special. Calling it we will do that. But after rubbing elbows with Mr. Jon Favreau, and that was his second movie he directed, I like Elf.
Okay. I don't dislike Elf. Okay. But Jim Carrey was my Grinch.
Wait a minute.
He was not Matthew Morrison from Glee and that awful stage play. Did you guys hear about that?
I thought you guys were doing movies. Is it bad?
Yes, we are. But no, we're discussing The Grinch.
The Grinch.
Does it actually hold up to everything that we've built it up to? Because honestly, Jim Carrey's The Grinch has kind of been built up to this like huge iconic film.
And
does it deserve that status? Does it? Is my question.
Is it bad? Is The Grinch bad, or is it as iconic as everyone says it is? Because Jim Carrey is known for emotionally investing every inch of him into his roles.
Yes.
And you got to ask yourself, does his voice play and his complete like out of body control over his muscle, like especially his facial muscles. The voice and stuff, like you even sound like him when you're saying that. But does that qualify to make The Grinch good? Or does that make sense, Mark? You still look confused.
I really would. He always looks confused. That's the look he had when they're like, "Do you take this woman to be your wife?" And he's like, "Sure."
Okay, I did say sure.
He's like, "Yeah, sure."
I guess. Putting the ring on. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so I
mean,
really,
not an Elvis impersonator, but yeah.
but 15 years later, whatever, still
Yeah,
going
look at
strong.
that.
Still going strong.
But yeah, no, I do wonder if it has withheld the test of time because there have been so many different variations.
I've
of the
watched
Grinch.
I've watched the Grinch throughout all the iterations.
Mhm.
I've even seen like the Grinch Night special. If you've never seen the Grinch
What
Night
is the
special,
Grinch Night special?
Grinch Night special is the Grinch Halloween special.
It's
If you've never seen that before, yes, technically it was filmed after How the Grinch Stole Christmas, but it's technically a prequel to How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
I'm learning. Okay, I didn't know that
Grinch
existed.
Night. Grinch Night. Look it up. I know it's available on YouTube.
It's the biggest trip you're ever gonna see.
It's crazy. It's 100% old school Dr. Seuss TV special wackadoo.
Oh, that's super cool. I love that already.
It's kind of fantastic.
Okay.
So the Grinch, through the original book, through the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas, through the Grinch Night, which was technically a prequel, but whatever, and then into Jim Carrey, and then the newer one that just happened, last year? Something like that.
This was recent.
But
this was with the guy from Glee, and they said, like, it was so disturbing and so upsetting. Like, I tried to watch it, and I will, as a
send me a
critic,
link. Send me a link.
I will send you a link.
Okay. We're going to be talking about this next week, everyone. Send me a link.
One thing that I read this headline, and I had to make a triple take because I was so taken aback by it.
Okay.
Matthew Morrison, who was known as Mr. Shu on Glee, the real creepy
I never
guy.
watched Glee, so I don't know this.
I never watched Glee either. This is this international hatred for him is news to me, but I see why. And
you see why.
I see why. This sentence I'm about to say makes me hate him. But he took inspiration from his Grinch this year from Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
Okay.
And something about that just makes me so angry.
Okay, send me a link, and I will send you a link. I will send you a link to Grinch Night, and
I want to see
Grinch
a link
to that because Grinch Night is kind of fantastic on its own.
I have to see this fantastic thing.
Okay,
it's kind of fantastic,
and it's also really creepy.
It's very creepy and it's very trippy. And this year is the first year I actually got him to watch it with me. And he was like, "What is this nonsense?" I was like,
No,
"It's Grinch Night."
I think I said even something worse than that. Still.
No, you did say something way worse than that. But Grinch has been this iconic figure throughout Christmas. He's something that's been a part of my childhood into my adult years, and thankfully they have a new iteration that I'm able to show to my nieces and nephews. They'll love the new iteration, unfortunately.
Wait,
over the older stuff.
But the Onceler? Or am I thinking of a
the Grinch actually met the hat. Actually met the Cat in the Hat.
Yes, the Cat in the Hat.
In several of the iterations.
Do you guys remember when Michael Myers was Cat in the Hat?
Yes.
Yes.
Why can't we have a live action movie with Jim Carrey and that
Queen.
guy?
Yes. I know
he
exactly
so much.
And he almost
Mike Myers could have gotten away with murder in his little Cat in the Hat suit.
Dude.
And they would have been like, oh, all right.
I remember when they originally cast him because Jim Carrey was so uncomfortable with the suit and the contacts and everything that they had, all the prosthetic work that they had to do for him for the Grinch. He was so uncomfortable with. So he was like, dude, I'm not doing another live action. He's like, I'll do over work, but I'm done doing live action for the Dr. Seuss world. So
Dr. Seuss just has these crazy creatures.
Normally, yeah.
Yeah.
So
when are they going to bring Danny DeVito back as the Lorax, but in a little orange bodysuit?
I wish. I really wish.
Danny, if you're out there, my one Christmas wish.
Please do it.
And Annie, didn't you say that he can get away with murder in the Cat in the Hat costume.
Yes.
Okay,
I said
so
that Mike
I
Myers
should,
can get away with
okay.
I
murder.
should send you the link to where somebody remixed it with.
As a horror movie.
No, it was It. They used commercials of It, but it was him.
But it was Cat in Hat.
But it was Cat in the Hat.
It was Cat in Hat, so it was the greatest thing ever.
Oh, it was great.
Oh my god.
Dude. Yeah, it's literally the greatest thing ever. But
That's one of those where I barely remember watching it, but I was super aware of it. I knew I watched it, but I just was at that age where I didn't soak in like a lot of what was going on. And looking back on it, like I'm sure I'm gonna do the same thing with the Grinch, where I'm gonna be like, oh, that's super clever. How did I miss that? You know?
dude, I
It's
missed
like true.
so many references in this throughout.
Oh my god.
You're gonna love it.
I am gonna love it.
Especially a tiny little Taylor Momsen before she went into the music scene and everything. She's so tiny. It's like the cutest thing ever. Cindy Lou Who. But also, how do they get the candy cane girls with the little like headpiece? Because I want that little headpiece.
Oh yeah.
I want
I
that
wanna know how
costume.
the
I
heck
want
they-
that costume with the little headpiece.
I'm sure you're
Is that gonna be your next
I
cosplay?
want.
Your next cosplay is gonna be the candy cane girl from the Grinch.
Maybe.
sure
That,
you'll find
that
it
seems like
somewhere,
it might be
Nancy.
heavy.
It does seem heavy.
It might be. We'll see.
You know what you gotta do is you gotta go to Michael's and get like the styrofoam candy cans.
You got a point there. You got a
I-
point there.
No,
She's got a point there.
that's too easy.
But
That's too easy. Why
But
don't you
it's
just
right there,
no,
though.
You just send me to go make the candy cane, and I'll do it for you.
no,
It'll
that'd
only be like
heavy.
30 pounds to be all right.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
No. We used to actually work at a candy store.
Which we don't
Mhm.
mention because we had this conversation earlier.
We used to work at a candy store, and my actual title, because we used to make candy canes at this candy store, my actual title was the hooker, because I would hook the candy canes. Because like, so Mark would take the candy cane, like would whip it into shape and like do all this and that and all this nonsense and everything. And like the whole thing would be like mixing the red into the white, and it would be like
So
a really
you was, like, the
elaborate
candy scraper and you were the
handmade
hooker.
handmade process, right? My whole job was cutting and hooking the candy cane.
I would cut it. I would send it down to you.
I would be a hooker. I would hook it proproperly.
And if I can find the
That was
billboard,
my actual job
That's so
title.
funny.
I was a hooker.
and if I can
If
find the
someone
billboard,
asked you, Kat, if someone said, "Hey, what are you doing for work right now?" What would you tell them?
Well, that's not my job right now, but if
Okay, so if someone
you
in
want
this,
to know
this
like
time frame,
the full deets on my entire work history, yes, I was a hooker at one point in time. It was for candy canes, but yes.
did you enjoy candy canes?
Oh goodness.
They were all handmade though.
Yeah.
Really awesome canes though. Just saying.
They were better with Fireball, but you know.
Yes, we did try them with various alcohols.
Oh yeah, as you should.
You know.
But I mean, it was only like 1 o'clock in the morning when we were making these half the time.
Mind you, it was right across the street from a dive bar
Oh yes.
that my
Oh.
friend was the head bartender at.
Free drinks.
So it was just free drinks 100%.
Oh yeah, no, that's when you
But
bring
that's
over the
Awesome.
candy.
No, it was
It
free
was the
drinks all the
greatest thing
time,
ever.
but then we still pay her.
No, we just tipped her really well.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
What are you guys familiar with Mod Pizza?
Mod pizza.
Made at like the little fast food place.
Oh,
Where you go in
Mad
and get all the
Pizza.
toppings?
Yes, we have one.
Yeah.
We do?
Yes.
I don't know it.
Okay, Mark knows what I'm talking about.
Mark knows what I'm talking about because he looks really shocked.
When I was in high school, I used to work at one of those bad boys.
Nice.
First of all, never again. Second of all,
Okay. Let's keep going.
I have stories about that, but second of all, we were in a little strip mall. So it was us, and then the next doors would be like a Panera Bread, and then like a Jamba Juice or a Starbucks.
Yes.
Uh,
Thanks,
thank
Chris.
you, Chris.
You, Chris Barrett.
Thank you, Chris Barrett.
All right, so pizza.
So I would work at a little strip mall with all these fast food slots, and it would be like a Sunday, and we needed to get rid of all of our ingredients, and we get ready for a new stock. So we would take these free pizza slips, and we'd give them to like the Panera Bread or the whoever was around us.
Okay.
And in turn, like your friend would show up and tip really well. We had kind of a similar system where, you bring over your candy canes and put them in drinks. We would give the pizza to these other folks that were around us, and they would bring us food as well. So we would be making like these pizzas with like Panera mac and cheese, or all the ingredients from other, like the meatheads, burgers, like the ground beef and stuff like that. And we used to have this tremendous trade-off with them. And I am so surprised that I am not 100 pounds heavier than I am from working there.
Dude, it sounds like you need to call some people up and get me a pizza.
You see, I would, but I got an email. My parents actually sent me this thing over Facebook. I make myself sound so old. I make myself sound so old. I went on the Facebook with my parents.
Well, don't feel too bad. I remember getting an email invite to Facebook, if that tells you how old I am. Yeah.
You added me on there.
Yeah, I found you. But no, I mean, like before
I've
Facebook,
got you on
got an
Instagram.
email invite.
Yes, you do. But like they were like, hey, by the way, when you worked at Mod, they were taking your thumbprint to sign in, and you can file for a class action lawsuit.
What?
Ooh.
So whenever I had to clock in and out, we had a thumb reader that would take my thumbprint.
Okay.
And I would put it on there like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it would clock me in. And then whenever I'd clock out, they would take my thumbprint. And because it was an Illinois data breach for personal protection, they stopped that. And they are now offering settlements for whoever had to do that.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yes. Do that.
I did. Yeah, I did. I'm
Payout.
waiting to hear back from the lawyers.
Get the payout. Get that money, boo.
I was like 17 years old, sticking my thumb in things,
Sticking.
Just
Good for you. Good for you, Annie.
Yes.
Glad you
I didn't know
Dude,
that. I was
Get that money to stick your thumb in. It's fine. I cut my thumb on a slicer yesterday, and I bled like a pig. So
That's never easy.
It's not fun. I didn't.
at least
didn't
it's not as
close
bad
the
as-
blade before I actually cleaned it, so that was on me.
I would say at least it's not as bad as the other worker who cut her finger so bad it actually hit her bone.
Yeah, she had to go to the hospital.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was last year.
That was last year. She's my friend on Instagram too. She's
But
really
she
cool.
still came back to work the next day.
She did. She did.
Wow.
She's a champ.
Yeah.
That's very resilient of her. Good of her.
Yeah, she never opened again though, but she came back.
But like a champ, she showed back up.
We're having hockey tournaments at my work right now. So whenever it's like the little kids and their parents who come and stay for the entire game, they go through maybe 6 gallons of hot chocolate and 2 cases of Bud Light.
There you go.
No, they mix them. I watch them do it.
Who makes them?
I watch them do it too. They crack that bad boy. I'm like, we have rum and vodka and Irish cream. And they're like, nah.
Does
Nah.
somebody really think that I was
That's
Ed
okay.
Sheeran?
Someone called you Ed Sheridan? What?
Yeah.
Is that Ed Sheridan?
What the fuck?
Ed Sheeran, if you will.
Ed Sheeran.
No.
That's
No.
Ed Sheeran.
No. This
Ed
is
Sheeran.
the
Ed Sheeran.
the BKR90.
Do I have a blowhole? No, I am not a whale. I'm sorry.
No. I mean I might, but
Hey, easy there. You were a
last
hooker
I
at one
checked
point.
I didn't. But
You were a hooker as a career, so I don't want to hear about your blowholes. I'm gonna get.
Hold on.
This is
Hold on. Close the camera. You're gonna hear a lot of smacking sounds. Oh dear God! I'm gonna go back to the box tonight.
Gosh.
I'm gonna sleep in the box, the box in the garage.
Grinch meets the Muppets.
Muppets?
Yes.
Yes.
Let this be
Oh
a
my
thing. Okay. All right.
But the
all right,
Grinch
all right.
has to be a Muppet.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
The Grinch has to be like a big bird. You know what I'm talking about? We need to bring Frank Oz for this one. We need to bring him back to life for this one.
So one of the things I think we should bring on the show at some point in time is Transylvania Television.
Oh my God, please.
You know Transylvania Television.
I do. I'm Romanian, and if I didn't,
Transylvania
have to take away my Eastern European card.
Transylvania Television, created by the fantastic people at Puppet Forge, headed by Gordon Smuter, that we actually interviewed at Baltimore Comic-Con last year.
Yeah.
God, every time you guys bring up Baltimore, I'm more and more disappointed that I do.
On this channel, that's actually where we got Lawrence the puppet,
From DKR Behind the Bar.
DKR Behind the Bar, family of the channel. But Gordon Smuter, we interviewed a Yeti, and we talked about.
I remember mentioning that.
Transylvania Television, and I'll tell you right now, Transylvania Television is fantastic. If we're going to talk about Muppets, he had so many different stories about everything from Sesame Street to the Muppets.
I am so down.
Some of which he was willing to talk about on camera. Other things he told both Legend and I off camera that we aren't actually supposed to talk about. But Gordon Smuter, my dear, my love, you and the Yeti, part of my heart, fantasticness, fantastic. 100%. If you go to a con and you are a puppet person, seek me out, because puppets are my jam. It was a lot of fun.
Is there a puppet convention that you could go to?
I wish. I don't know if there is. If somebody knows that there's a Puppet Con, I would 100% go.
Puppet Con 2021.
Puppet Con 2021, if you know.
If you had to run a puppet convention, what would you call it?
What is going on Facebook?
I'm gonna ignore that comment.
I saw that too. Thank you, Naeem.
We're just gonna ignore that comment.
You know this person?
No, I don't know this person.
Even better.
I don't know this person, and I don't see that we have any moderators in the chat. Chris Barrett, do you still have your wrench, my dear? Maybe you can handle it.
Because he's on YouTube.
Yeah, but Chris,
yeah, that's true.
Chris is good like that.
Chris is everywhere.
Chris Barrett will do it.
Chris Barrett's a champ.
Chris Barrett also reminded me that Frank Oz isn't dead, and I thought he was. So that's on me.
Oh, that's right. Do you have a wrench?
I think he does. Does he?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not in charge of that. That's other people's on here.
Anyway.
So yes, next episode of the Is It That Bad? That's
I like that. That's ring good.
That's the title that we're going with right now. I kind of like it.
Oh,
it
Lisa,
works.
your drink fucked me up.
Is It That Bad? Episode 3.
Yeah, her drink is that bad. I'm sorry.
Her drink is that bad. It's not that great.
I would hit her too. She was like my drink of choice of apple juice.
I don't waste vodka.
Listen, if you're gonna do that, put the vodka first. Come on. Be like James Bond. Stirred, not shaken. I mean, come on.
No time to die.
Yes.
No time to die. He said, no time to die. I'm putting my vodka on the bottom.
Yes.
Vodka always goes on bottom.
Yes.
Liquor always goes on the bottom, no matter what it is.
I just realized one of the presents under our tree is wrapped in Grinch.
Yes, it is.
100%.
You just reminded me that I need to wrap my presents. I'm looking right at them.
Dude, I spent so much time today wrapping presents. It's not even funny.
That's what I'm doing tomorrow.
And I'm like, you know what? I don't like that many people. I don't have that many family members. And it's like, actually, why do I have this many people in my life? Is the thing that I had.
Wait. You said we don't have that many people?
We've got a ton of people.
Jeez Louise. Look at my aunts and uncles.
Your family breeds a lot.
See, my sister and I decided to team up and go half and half on gifts for all of our aunts and uncles and cousins.
Okay.
So that was, I was kind of like, oh, do we do it? Do we not do it? Because we're the youngest two, and there's like a 7-year age gap between our youngest cousin and them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's at that point where they're not really coming home for the holidays, especially now,
Yeah.
and where things are supposed to be very, or, depending on how you want to do things this year, we plan on taking things very quaintly and very small. So I was like, do I get them something? Do I not get them something? Because like I see like my uncle once a year, twice a year, once at Christmas, once at Easter or some shit. And I'm like, do I buy him something? And like we just kind of pitched in together. And I was like, that'll do. That'll be fine. I was more worried about other stuff than being like.
So
we have like 13 or 14 nieces and nephews.
So we have a Zoom meeting that is set up, mind you, where everyone is supposed to unwrap their presents together for the BKR clan, mind you.
BKR clan?
We're doing Christmas with my brother and his children the night before. We've got stuff with other members of the family, but we're doing a huge like unwrapping Christmas type thing on Christmas.
She sent the link out
with
today.
the BKR clan. And yes, I do have the link to that Zoom meeting already. Yeah. But
you guys are making the most of it.
We had a small gift exchange with his older sister who came today. And I was like, oh shit, I don't have their presents wrapped. So I hurried up and I was like crazily bagging up the gifts to our two nieces over there and his sister and everything. And I was just like, here's your gifts.
Yeah.
Here you go. Don't catch
forgot,
COVID.
what did we give her?
I'm not going to tell her what I gave. Your mom has this thing. She might send it to your siblings.
She might see it. She might hear it.
Probably not.
I highly
Probably
doubt
not. Anywho,
do they like it, however?
I think they'll like it because I gave each of the girls like a large Disney princess as like a baby doll Barbie.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's one of those big oversized like baby doll style.
Do they have like the eyes that are cheaply painted on?
No, it looked really nice actually. Okay. They looked really nice. Like they're decent sized dolls. But there's one of those for each of the girls, and then I threw in a Forky from Toys R Us 4.
You said Toys R Us?
Sorry. Fuck.
There's no such thing as Toys R Us.
Toy Story.
Do not
Toy
remind
Story
me.
4. Unfortunately.
Oh, Forky. The Forky.
Forky. It's like a little kit where you can build your own.
Oh, fun. Oh, cool. I'm sure they'll really like that. It was
really cool. I thought the two girls could come together and build that together, and it'd be
That's awesome. That's a really great idea.
And then like I had a gift for his older sister, which I got almost the same exact thing for two of his sisters.
Mm-hmm.
That are one of them, she's a little bit older than Mark. The other one is a little bit younger than me. And, basically around the same age group, basically.
Okay, she's a year older than me and then 3 years.
3 years younger than you.
Yeah.
So basically like the same thing. Like they're both moms, right? They're both moms. They're both married. So I got them both the same like magic bullet blender thing. And then I got them both Pua Mochi molds for like candy.
Oh, how funny!
Yeah, it was from Rosanna Paziano's kit.
Oh, yeah.
I have the same thing. I thought it was really funny, but I threw that in there because I got them both the cookbook a while back. And then for the one who just had her first child this year, I got her a mug that said it was like mom estimated 2020
Mm-hmm.
It was a cute little mug, just like nonsense like that.
Do you have a pizza delivery?
Right, yeah, just some real light options.
You might have a pizza thing. But
I think I hear a pizza delivery person.
You might have a pizza delivery.
I might.
You might.
I may. If I did, I don't know.
But
I hope it's pepperoni.
Just to keep the crowd still interested, I am wearing a shark blanket right now. It might be eating my cat. There you go. There you go, Jane.
My sister comes in and she goes, all right, good night, love you. And I go, shh,
I'm just showed everyone that I was wearing a shark blanket this entire time.
Oh, shark blanket. But yeah, no, my dad's super big on birding right now. He loves bird watching.
All the birds.
All the birds. We have like
all the birds all the time. Dude,
that's what it is.
Cardinals are my jam. I think cardinals are my good luck charm. When I see a cardinal and I'm having a bad day, I'm like, you know what? Everything's gonna be okay because I see you. I'm a Ball State
a cardinal
graduate.
Mm-hmm.
And I 100% think of a cardinal. I see it and I'm like, everything's going to be okay. It makes everything all right because I see a cardinal.
There you go.
Every time I see an eagle.
Cardinal that we've named Cardi B, and he likes to come.
Does he have a WAP?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Well, off stream, let me know.
Once we're no longer live, let us know.
Comes and he'll see his own reflection. And we just moved into this house back in July.
Okay.
All the windows in our little sunroom are all scratched up, all tapped up, because he scratched at it so much from seeing himself.
Huh.
Oh my god.
So I got my dad like a book on like it's like a thick book. Like all of the North American birds. My theme this year was books, right? It's easy, they're reusable. There's one for everyone out there. My mom is big on HGTV, so I got her a book on the couple that she really likes and has modeled our house around.
Is it
it's the Gaines. It's Chip.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Joanna and Todd Gaines, right?
Yep. That's
yep.
Shipped everywhere. So I got her that. And my sister really likes Harry Styles, so I got her the Harry Styles biography. She's and then my boyfriend is super. He thinks he's the Czechoslovakian Italian Larry David.
Wow.
I know.
Right,
it's a very
That's quite a statement. That's quite no.
No, I know. It's something to think about. And his entire family.
My bloodlines spread across quite a bit of that, but that's quite a statement.
That was one of the first things he told me, and I was like, okay.
Sure. you just say, okay, reach up, give him a high five. Maybe jump a little bit.
Yeah, I'll ask him to like squat down. But his folks are like, they're huge on Curb Your Enthusiasm, Seinfeld. So I found he's also like, he loves reading recreationally. So I found him a or he studied psychology as well. So I found him the psychology behind Seinfeld.
I've seen that book before.
Yeah?
It looks like a fun book.
I gave it a read myself. I got it and I was like, I'm reading this. I'm like, I'm going to read this before he does. And we got someone from Brazil in the comments.
Ooh.
Hey, hi, Brazil.
What's up?
But yeah, no, he's super. I really have high hopes about that one. So we will see. This beer that I just drank, it tastes like, you know when you chew like a Hubba Bubba?
Oh,
Max.
Yes.
And you have that aftertaste.
I need to put it on Beat Card behind the bar, but I made a drink that tastes exactly like Hubba Bubba.
It tastes like bubble gum, and it's like the greatest thing ever.
That sounds so good.
This
tastes like how your mouth kind of tastes after you drink or you eat the bubble gum.
It even has that aftertaste. It's so weird.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Actually, wait. Did I write it down?
Yes.
Please tell me I wrote it down.
I have it written down. Oh my god! I have it written down.
I have a terrible memory.
I'm in charge of all the notes and all the important documents.
Eventually, I'll come up with a little book that says, "This is Mark's book."
Mark, you should put all of your BKR stuff in a book and publish it.
And you know what it's going to be? The name of the book is Mark's Mistakes. Marks are steaks, but they're all going to be excellent. They're going to be like, what the hell?
Oh my god.
It's okay. Put sweet potato onto a blank pizza with marshmallows.
Put sweet potato onto what?
A pizza with marshmallows.
He did. And he ate it on stream, and he said it was the greatest thing ever.
Oh, it was so good. I wish I could do it again.
Okay,
No,
so
but-
is it a pizza crust or is it like a cheese pizza?
Cheese pizza. Cheese pizza. You put
He
little
put-
sweet potatoes
He
on
put
there.
sweet potatoes, like those
Mm-mm.
microwavable, steamable sweet potatoes.
I chopped them up
He cut those up, put them on top of a pizza
and threw
with
marshmallows.
and then he
No,
ate
no,
that.
sir. No, sir.
Oh, but
Not
it's
my
so good.
thing. Not my thing.
No.
But
I will
it
eat a
made
lot
him
of food.
happy. It made him happy.
You know what? If it works for you, I will.
I mean, I almost caught the pizza on fire because of the marshmallows, but it was still good.
Why did he?
I don't know why you don't put marshmallows in the oven at 425
That's
degrees.
why you
but
don't put
whatever.
marshmallows in the oven.
I mean, hey, you know what? We got a fire extinguisher. We're fine. It was really good, though. I suggest it. And then if you really want to add a nice crunch to it, you throw a creme brulee torch on top to kind of get a little crisp.
I was gonna say, do you have a creme brulee torch that
Yep.
you can roast? So why didn't you like cook the marshmallows on top of the thing with the torch?
Too easy.
Too
You wanted to set the pizza on fire.
Yeah, it was way too easy to do it that way. Yeah, I got a creme brulee torch for Christmas one year. I think my aunt
There you
told me
go.
for that one.
Have you actually used it for creme brulee? Do you like burnt cream?
Yeah, I've actually used it for creme brulee a couple times.
Okay.
And then occasionally I just use it to add a crisp to my tuna sandwiches.
That's one of his babies. Is that torch?
It's good.
You know.
I suggest never put
That's a powerful thing to have, honestly.
It's so much fun though.
I
For a while there, I would actually carry it around to restaurants and just kind of use it on their sandwiches. And they're like, what are you doing? It's like I'm making it hotter.
The most embarrassing thing is when your husband takes a creme brulee torch out just to finish a sandwich when you're sitting down to dine at a nice restaurant.
Yep. It's okay. I also had one of the waiters take away the butter knife saying, I'm removing the weapons from the table.
Yep.
And yet you still go out with him in public.
Yep. I'm still seen with him.
Well, now we wear masks, so nobody really knows.
Oh, so now you're seeing it with half your face out there.
Well, actually, correction, I'll show you the mask I wear from time
We
to
don't
time.
we don't really do the whole like dining in type situation. You know, all the nonsense.
I
going on.
had someone escorted from the park today.
Oh, what happened?
Because of the mask thing.
What happened with the mask?
So it was an elderly gentleman, not even elderly. Like, I'm going to say generously 65.
Okay.
You know, so old enough to be out and about.
It was a grandpa.
Grandpa.
It was
grandpa
a
comes
grandpa.
home for
He was a
Thanksgiving.
stubborn old
And
grandpa.
he's been watching
What
a
was he
lot of
doing?
Fox News. Right. So grandpa
What's
comes
he been
walking up
doing?
to me and the girl that I'm training with me, who was one of the managers on the other side of the park, who was stepping up to help me out because we were crazy busy. So,
Okay.
you know, we're hanging out, we're screwing around, we're having a good time. And this guy comes up and goes, "Hey, can I have a beer?" And he's got his mask like this.
Oh yeah.
No, I hate
Oh
that.
yeah. We have that all the time at our restaurant.
You have one of these. You got that type
all
of
the
guy.
time.
And Ash goes to this guy, or they go, "Hey, we'd love to help you. If you could do one of these for us and pull it above your nose, that would be awesome, and we could take care of you." And he goes, "Well, I'm outside." And we go, "You can take your mask off 100%, or you can leave it on. It's up to you." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And then I'm getting this guy, I'm pouring this guy's beer, I'm doing all that good stuff for him. He goes, this is a bunch of BS. And I go, "What is, sir?" And, I already kind of know what I'm getting myself into. I go, "What is?" And he goes, "Oh, this whole pandemic thing. I think it's a bunch of nonsense. The government's going to microchip in the vaccine." And I go, "Oh, I've had family deeply affect my sister had COVID, and my aunt has COVID, and my other aunt had COVID, and my boyfriend and his family had COVID." And I go, "Oh, well, I've had family and friends that are deeply affected by the pandemic. They've been ill, and their livelihoods, family and friends have passed away because of this. And he goes, no, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. I go, you're so right. My family friend didn't die from this. You are so right, my man. Here's your Bud Light. Have a great day.
Also,
and I called, I was like, have a great day. I turned out, I'm going to pull my radio. I'm like, hey, can we get a squirt out here? Thanks, guys. You know, and the security loves me. They think I'm super fun to be around for some reason. Because I give them stuff. And I'm like Johnny. I give them free stuff and they like me.
Just escort people off.
They walked over and they saw each other like, all right, man, time to go. Time to finish your beer and wrap it up. And they walk them out. And I turn to the person that's working with me. And they go, yeah, this is like the third or fourth time he's been evicted. Or ejected from the park. I'm like, oh, what has he done in the past? What happened? She goes, oh, you know, the same stuff. Go, why is he coming back?
Yeah.
So
for people like that, it's why I wear a mask like this in public.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yes, it's a 3M respirator.
It's a P100. It filters up to 99.98%.
Wow. That's
better than the hospitals have. I'm sorry.
That's super cool.
She also has one. I make her wear it.
Also super cool.
But then you know how weird of looks we get from people? I'm like, you don't need that. I was like, yeah, I do.
Right. I look at it this way. My biological father died right before, like a few days before Thanksgiving last year.
Mm-hmm. I'm really sorry to hear that.
That was a really rough Thanksgiving for me. Unfortunately, I made the mistake of going on stream that Friday, which I shouldn't have. Mm-hmm. But it kind of like really started this year off rough for me to begin with. And like, you know, just a kind of a spiral with depression and everything there. But you know, with the whole pandemic and all that bullshit, I've had quite a few people who I've known or have been affected or have died from it. And I mean, dude, it's a real thing. Wear a fucking mask.
It's so real.
I looked at it this way. My mother has heart problems. My mother's in a high risk category. I wear a mask, and my mother unfortunately lost her job because of the pandemic and everything, and like downsizing and everything. It's like, you know what? I wear a mask because I'm around my mother constantly. I do not want her to catch this. Like I love her more than the air than I breathe, you know? Like this you think I'm a bitch. This is where I inherited it from, you know? Like she's my best friend. And it's like, dude, like I understand you might be young, you might be old, you might be whatever, but wear it for the people that you care about. Wear it for the people that you love that might get this. That's my thing.
And also, it's okay. We're going to be wearing them up until next winter.
Probably.
Just chill.
At least.
Be all right. It's another year.
You don't think that we'll see any progressive change by summer?
No.
No? Okay.
Personally, no. Just from the way everybody's been acting about it, it's like, oh, I'm vaccinated. It's like, okay. Yeah, no, that's not how that works at all.
I think the most disturbing thing I saw was somebody pulled their mask down immediately after having the shot.
But they still suggest you wear the mask and everything else.
Dude, it's not 100 the second it happens.
There's 2 doses of it. It's only 50% for the first time, and they wait for you to have side effects and get over those ones, and they give you another dosage. But then who knows? By then it could probably mutate again or do this, and then it'd be useless to have this vaccine and blah, blah, blah. I mean, heck, you've heard reports of the UK saying they found another strand of it.
They did?
They did.
Yeah.
They said it can supposedly travel. It's 70% more effective at infecting people.
Okay.
But there's no actual evidence, but there's all over the news already somehow. But yeah, they found another one. Who cares? Anyway.
See,
that I mean, who cares? Sorry, I'm a little hammered. But anyway.
A lot of
No, I
people
know.
care.
And like I said, my sister had it back in October, and she doesn't have antibodies. She's also immunocompromised. She got the test for antibodies.
Oh,
She doesn't have any. She's got Crohn's disease.
wow.
So that puts her at, and she goes to Illinois State. And Illinois State's a very popular university in Illinois.
Yeah.
I've been there, yeah.
Yeah. So you know what it's
well, I mean,
about.
not like actually physically went there, but I visited there.
No, where it's
Yeah.
the school that guarantees everyone gets in and gets out, Not to diminish her, I'm very proud of her and her studies. For some, that's what it is. And she doesn't know if she wants to go back. Because of she's been through COVID once. She doesn't want to do it again. Even though her symptoms were very mildly moderate, to say the least. Nothing severe, nothing life-altering or threatening. She still can't smell or taste, but that's something that she really she's been considering. With my school, I won't say a name, but because it's a small liberal arts school that's not as popular as Illinois State and would give away my location, they covered up an outbreak.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They covered up an outbreak because our football team needed to go out and party and go to the bars. And, our lockdown was not as secure as promised.
I will tell you, colleges as a whole, they will do that to protect the school as a whole or protect their reputation of their athletics or what have you.
Well, we had to cancel our athletics for the rest of the season. Because it was, they were practicing maskless and then working out maskless and gathering together and then going out. And I had one class in person this semester, which was awful. And I wish that on nobody, unless you think you can do it. And then Godspeed, Spider-Man. That's amazing.
But okay, was it like a theater setting course, or was it like a small course? Because you know what I'm talking about there, where there's the huge.
We don't have theater setting courses.
Okay.
We have too low of a student body.
Okay.
To offer that.
Okay.
Each of my course is about from 10 to 30 people.
Okay.
It depends on the level and the intensity of the curriculum. So it's not like I was in a lecture hall with 300 people.
All right, I got you.
I was in a Zoom call with about 20. So, I mean, I'll take that for what it is. Excuse me. But it's not the same. It's very, I kind of realized that I am not taking away what I'm a junior in college. I'm nearly there, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to continue my higher education like this, but I have to because I am in so deep.
Yeah, I get you. I know this is something that we talked about before, but I feel bad for people like let's say high schoolers that are moving on into college, or college students that are currently there that are dealing with this during all this nonsense. Because thankfully I have all that past me now, because dude, I don't know how on earth I would be able to make it through all of this during.
And you're not meeting people. You're really struggling to get help in classes if you need it.
I went to Ball State.
Yeah.
It's not like a massive college, but it's a sizable little college, it's a decent college. When I originally applied for schools, it was between Franklin, IU or Ball State. Ball State was my choice. Out of the three, I got into all three. I went to Ball State. And I will tell you, you said that 20 is probably like your average classroom. That would be a small class for me when I was at Ball State. That was a small setting for me. There were several classes where there were 70 to close to 200 people in one big like theater.
Yeah, like an auditorium
style course. And
little side story. I remember I went to a class with her just as a visitor, and the professor called me out. It's like, why are you not taking notes? And I just got up and left.
My history course.
I mean,
he got in trouble in history. By the way, still a really cool teacher. 100% Russian. And if he didn't think you were taking enough notes, he would stop everything and shine the lights on you and ask you what was going on.
That's why I left.
He would stop everything in the entire class, no matter what was going on.
That's a really neat professor.
If he thought you weren't interacting enough, he would stop the entire class to ask you what your problem was. He was the coolest thing ever.
That's so neat. I love stories like that.
I think I just got up and left. It's like I'm not. But, I should have said I'm really not a student here, but okay.
He was really cool. He was really cool. Constantly thought he was drunk though. Probably. Not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure he did shots of vodka before every class.
No.
He's Russian.
He's Russian, so he's just drinking water.
That's my people, okay? That's my people, okay?
Vodka
I'm allowed to say that. But he was really cool though.
Anyway.
But
sorry for checking.
Anyway, I feel for college students and high school students that are going through all this right now. I know a friend of mine posted on Facebook the other day that her baby sister got caught making out with some random guy the other day. And as a result, her parents have not only locked her in her room, but she's only allowed out for family activities. They are actually delivering her meals to her room. I guess she has her own like bathroom set up in there and everything. And I'm like, wow. They actually have her locked down because they caught her.
Now, was this from COVID scares? Was it other scares?
I think it was just COVID related. Her baby sister's 16.
Oh, she's a baby.
She's a baby sister, you know. So she's got a good like 10 years on her.
Oh, goodness.
In comparison.
Oh, yeah, like my mom, like, you know, of course, like you have your family. I'll come back from hanging out with my boyfriend, and I was like, "Oh, you got such and such on your breath," and I'm like, you know, I'll go on and go back. And I'm like, yeah, you know, and then, you know, she'll be like, I don't want to eat while you're eating. I might get your, you know, I'm like, oh my God, stop. But
I don't want to eat while you're eating.
She goes, I don't want to get his germs from you.
Yes.
And I'm like, she's like, I don't want to get the germs, his germs. And I'm like, stop. But it's not that severe. Like that's, I see on one hand, I see why, but another, wow, that's very intense.
Is very much camping, very intense. Lisa's drink is getting to me. I'm sorry.
Lisa drink.
Oh my gosh. No. Mark had to get tested earlier in the year, and my mom ended up actually taking him. And someone's like, "Oh, I don't know why you're sitting with him." Da 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 da. Mom's just like, my mom basically told this person to go fuck themselves. I love my mom. She gives no shits whatsoever. She is fantastic. But
they came back negative.
They all came back negative. You know, we haven't had it. Thankfully. Yeah. Very thankful.
Knock on wood, right?
100% thankfully.
Well, I mean,
but
technically we could have had it last.
We have not had it. We have not had it.
It was.
No. We haven't had it. Any Hoosiers.
Anyway.
Any Hoosiers.
Like
but,
2019 last November, I mean. But anyway, go on.
Any Hoosiers. But it was just kind of like one of those things like, really? Really? And
it's like we all live together.
I had to laugh at when I found out my mom basically told this person to go fuck themselves. Because it's like, oh, Mom, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud you cursed at someone.
Yeah.
Good for her.
She's the funniest thing ever.
It's all right. I was only out for like, 2 days, 3 days.
Mama Wren's the funniest thing ever. I'm not going to lie.
I slept all for those 48 hours.
Yeah, you did.
I
think he had like a stomach flu or something.
Whatever.
He had a stomach bug.
We kind of didn't know.
I never got it, whatever it was. And it was just kind of like, whatever.
It's okay. I was only comatose for literally 2 days.
But yeah, I mean, at least it wasn't anything more severe, or, let it be the pandemic at hand or any other related illness that could have spiraled into something better. You're healthy, you're safe.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Yeah. But anyway, Lisa's drink. Oh my.
Lisa's drink, not good.
Lisa's drink. She deserved.
Do not drink Lisa's.
She deserved. She should have been hit after making
She
that.
should have been hit.
Johnny probably
that
did
drink.
hit her.
Johnny knew what was going on when he started swinging because of the apple juice and vodka.
He's like,
he didn't drink. He shouldn't. He didn't swing on her, but he should have. He probably.
He said he did not hit her.
He did not. He did not hit her. He did not.
Okay, after that drink, he was just like, and in his head, he's like, oh my, this is like shit. It's like, oh, Lisa,
carry me apart. Lisa,
the apple juice and vodka, Lisa.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You got me fucked up.
Maybe that was her plan. Maybe she just wanted to get him super,
super tip.
Soups are tipsy.
Super tip.
If you want the super tip, you put the roofies in there. Jeez.
Why are you drinking?
Nothing better.
Why are you drinking it still? No, seriously. He came over off camera and poured the rest of his drink into mine and tried to be all like sneaky about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, dude, why are you still drinking it then? If you didn't want to drink it, why are you still drinking it?
Because it reminds me of the room.
Because it reminds you of the room. So next time here on Is It That Bad? We're going to be talking about Jim Carrey's The Grinch. We're going to be talking about a time-honored classic of my childhood.
I'm excited.
Is it the time-honored cult classic that we all know and love? Or is it an abomination of film?
Like that drink?
We shall see. We shall see.
We will.
Ears. I'm excited about it.
I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good one.
I'm gonna have to rip this film a new one. I'm really excited about it. I've never actually put on my
your goggles.
My goggles. My full on like professional goggles that like tell me like this is a shitty film. Let's look at it. Like,
you can enjoy a really bad film and then be like, this was good. The Grinch could not be the same Jim Carrey glamour that it once was.
I hold so many films to like this old like, oh, the nostalgia effect, like the member berry of South Park, like member Grinch. Yes, I remember Grinch. I remember going to theaters to see Grinch.
Remember when movie theaters were open?
Actually, I found out today that our movie theater did open. I don't know who bailed them out.
I don't know who bailed them out because Good Wrench was straight up like gone before all of this nonsense.
No, yeah, they definitely filed for bankruptcy.
I don't know who bailed them out.
And then like 2 months after the pandemic hit, so I don't know what really happened.
I don't know. All of our theaters are owned by Good Wrench.
Goodrich.
So, Goodrich.
Oh my god, the dog that plays Max in How the Grinch Stole Christmas is credited on IMDb.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
That's
he's a
so
rescue.
cute. Yeah.
He's a rescue.
Poopy.
Okay, so
All right.
Wait. These are going to be talking points for the next
this is gonna be talking about for the next episode.
Okay, we're gonna save it.
But the dog for the Grinch is the reason why
No, keep that excited voice, dog. It's great.
He's a part why I got so involved in rescues. Also, I got arrested because of rescues.
That's a story we're gonna have to follow up on.
Also, if you really want to get deep into it, I was a rescue.
You were a rescue?
Yeah. You rescued me from not pulling your ponytail apart.
Chad said, Chad. Hi, Chad.
Hi.
Hi, Chad.
Sup,
Hi.
Chad?
Chad Ramsey. What's going on, my man?
We all know Mark is a rescue. Thank you, Chad. Love you too.
That was Chris.
Oh.
Same guy, different
Yeah,
font.
looks the same. I'm sorry. I'm not. My
Mark.
glasses aren't on 100%. Anyway.
Anyways, Grinch 2001.
Yes, Grinch 2001.
Jim Carrey. Rescue dog. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
All of it. We're going to be talking about arrest records. We're going to be talking about all of it.
We're gonna get into
it.
Psychological.
We're going to get to, is it that bad?
Is it that bad?
Third episode of Is It That Bad? That is the working title. If you guys have a better title, message us on Instagram.
Actually, Carson, we need a title card for the intro.
Yes, Carson. Get your title card nonsense in there.
Please, Carson.
I don't actually know how to use these. I'm not gonna lie. Most of these are for like the Wednesday crew, and unless you want something that's like what's her face from the new girl yelling penis? There's bats on there.
Here. You can change it up here.
Look. There's different ones.
I know.
I don't know how to use them. No, look, if you go to the Wednesday one, there's literally one that's what's a jigger?
Wednesday?
Yeah, go to the Wednesday one, and it's funny.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of very.
Oh, that's like, Carson.
What in the world is going on there?
Yeah.
Wait,
it doesn't surprise me for that crew though.
Where's the? Oh, hey, Mark.
Isn't that Zooey Deschanel?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. I thought so.
Where's the? Oh, hey,
Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. I don't know where that one went.
I think it's on Friday.
I'll look.
I'm pretty sure it's on Friday. Oh,
I don't know if we still have it or not. I don't know if it got deleted or what. We had it for the longest time. That was a big part of what got me introduced to the room.
Oh, wait, we're not mainframe Comic-Con though.
Oh, yeah, we made my little mainframe Comic-Con logo up there.
Mainframe Comic-Con.
Please read my work.
Oh, hi, Mom. that was a big part of it. Like, that was the one thing that 100% got me. Yes.
The triad.
Yes, the triad. I was completely passed out at the Airbnb. Not kidding.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun.
They were in Chinatown.
Chinatown, I heard about this.
Yeah, they may or may not have seen someone die.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We don't talk about it.
All I know is I have a lot of videos of Drew Manchu rapping. I have a lot of videos of him rapping for some reason.
Drew rapping?
Yes.
Wants to be a very surprising sentence to me.
It's somewhere on this laptop after the.
But at the same time, I look at Drew Manchu and I'm like, yeah, he could rap.
Yeah,
not well.
No,
not well.
Not well.
Okay, he can rap really well if you're drunk.
If you're drunk, yeah. Anything is possible if you're drunk.
Well, almost. That's what Uber's for.
That's whenever I go to a bar and I tell people that I'm a pilot.
That's it. Yeah, that's a great backstory. Yeah.
I could be anything if I'm drunk.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah. So, yeah. Airplanes. Oh my.
What was it? The worst thing? Okay, so the worst time I called him at Ball State, I was a freshman. Now, this was during the whole am I going to rush, am I not going to rush phase. And I had decided at this point in time, I thought I was going to rush. And we were all at a tattoo parlor.
Nope.
And we were going to get matching Charlie the Cardinal tattoos. Yes, I went to Ball State University. Charlie the Cardinal tattoos is going to be a big thing of a cartoonized version of our school mascot saying chirp, 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 motherfucker.
So, just to give
Mind you, the tattoo artist takes my money, brings me into this room. Next thing I'm locked in a closet without my phone. I didn't know this, but the tattoo artist calls him because he's the most recent text on my log and says, hey, I'm going through your girl's phone and it looks like you're her boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
It was like, yeah.
Who is this?
Who is this? Why are you calling me from my girl's phone?
Mm-hmm.
Normally, he lives about 2 hours away at this point in time.
Okay, I just want to give you a reference. It's about 100 miles, right? He calls me. He's like, hey, we're about to give you a tattoo. Like,
I'm about to tat up your girl.
I was like,
she already paid. This is what she wants. It's going to be on her lower back, right?
I said,
are you
the money.
Cool with this?
Keep the money. Lock her in her closet. Give her something to entertain her. I'll be there soon. I make it there within 45 minutes. And I picked her up.
2.5 hours away.
No, it's 100 miles.
It's 2.5 hours away.
It's a 100-mile drive. Yes, it is. It's
whatever.
Like 100 to 90 miles, somewhere around there. But basically, if you look at Indiana's roads, they're all one straight line. I shit you not. Kind of like Illinois' roads. They're all just one solid straight line.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was booking it.
There you go. Attaboy.
So, full story. I do not have Charlie the Cardinal permanently imprinted on my body with chirp, chirp, motherfucker. But I do have a Daily Arbuckle squeaky toy in my collection for some reason that I've got locked in a closet with. And a lot of my friends have a cardinal tattooed on their back.
Chris, to be fair, Chris, it was actually an average of about 130, 140. But yes, 120, great. Yes.
So I don't have that tattooed on my back, but a lot of my girls do.
Yep.
There's like 6 or 7 of us who are all going to get the same tattoo.
I'm not going to explain how many red lights or how many small towns I blew through, but I did it.
I got a squeaky toy out of it.
Hey, no speeding tickets that I know of.
Small town Indiana, whatever.
Yeah. Luckily, there was nobody out that night.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. Speed limit may have been 30. I may have been going about 100 over. Yeah.
So, next episode on Is It That Bad? 100%. We're going to be talking about The Grinch, starring Jim Carrey and Taylor Momsen.
Yep.
Very exciting.
I'm excited about it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Holidays. Is it the time-honored classic that we all know and remember?
We will find out.
Wait, doesn't the Grinch also have like a drink in the beginning that he throws everything into a blender?
Yes, he's got it's like a rotten banana peel and like other nonsense thrown in there.
I'm gonna try it.
No, you're not.
Oh, fuck yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
Oh,
No.
Fuck yes, I am. If we're watching this, I'm gonna take notes on that.
We're not gonna take notes from a dump it to crumpet style margarita. No.
You're not gonna try it. I am. No, there's nothing wrong with banana peels. They're just very sour.
A rotten banana peel, there's an issue there.
So long as it's
A
not
regular banana peel. No,
okay, the rotten banana peel, so long as there's not growing anything on it.
It was a rotten banana peel he had in there.
A little bit of brown is fine.
I will bet you money there was rot on that banana peel.
What?
I highly remember it being.
Take a look at the banana peel.
So long as there's no fungal things going on, I'll do it.
Next Sunday, everyone. Come back here. We're gonna rewatch that movie. We're gonna talk about this banana peel, whether or not it was rotten or not, because I think it was really gross looking.
Every aspect of
I
this
remember this really gross looking.
What if it wasn't rotten? What if it's just frozen?
I don't think it was frozen.
Because it turns.
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out on the next episode of Is It That Bad? Starring Annie and Kat.
Actually, didn't he throw eggs in there full shell?
He threw a bunch of gross stuff in there. Huh?
He was nasty.
I'm gonna try it.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna put liquefy on that blender, and we're gonna do this.
No.
Fine, I'll throw a cucumber in there too. Make it healthy.
Don't you mess up my cucumbers. Those are for my green drinks, Mark. I'm getting healthy 2021. Come on now.
There you go.
Yes, we're getting healthy every day.
There you go. Yes.
2021, okay?
Yeah.
2020 has not been a great year, and we're getting healthy 2021. We've decided. So, Mark, get it together.
Yeah, I am going to get it together. I'm going to find out what he put in that blender.
Yes, unfortunately, he's going to try.
There's no try. There's only do.
Thank you.
Going to not take no for an answer.
Thank you, Yoda. Mm-hmm. Any Hoosiers, next episode. Isn't that bad? Next Sunday. Sunday fun day.
Sunday.
Lisa and all of her horribleness has finally started to affect me in this drink.
I told you she should have been hit.
She's tearing you apart.
I mean, honestly, I'm not for that, but for that drink, yes.
This is not good.
That is terrible. No.
This is not good.
He hit me. Yeah, after that drink he gave him, I'm sure he did.
He did not. Okay, Johnny did not hit her. He did not. But if she made him drink this, I might justify why he did. I'm just saying. I might justify it.
All right.
All right.
We're gonna end it here, guys. Until next time,
I will see you.
We shall see you.
We shall see you in a week for the Grinch.
But we're probably still gonna have an off air for like another 2 hours.
We'll see.
Join us next week when Mark puts a banana peel in a blender.
We shall see when Mark puts a banana peel in a blender.
Oh, that could happen on live TV. Yeah,
I know you're gonna mute it because you don't hurt anyone with their headphones.
This has noise cancellation. It should be fine.
Oh my gosh.
All right, bye guys.
Bye. We're gonna end